So Mick, today we're all about the peas.
Aren't these absolutely fantastic?
They really are.
One of my all-time favourite things to grow, because you've just got, like, from one tiny little pea, you get all of these amazing plants, every aspect of which is edible. Like, you can eat the tips, are kind of a very fancy, trendy ingredient in restaurants a lot of the time for garnishes and things. The flowers are edible in salads. You can eat the shoots when they're tiny. Eventually, you get to this, which is a beautiful pod with hopefully some peas inside.
Oh,
Look
my
at that.
word. That
And
is a thing of beauty.
The thing about this is, right, because they're very, very perishable, you will never see these fresh in a supermarket. Like, they're always frozen, and frozen peas are a good product, but you will never get to eat them like this, straight out of the plant.
Oh, yeah, that
or
is just
straight out
lovely.
of the pod. They're just delicious.
Can I have one?
Have one, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
Okay,
really
so
sweet.
how did we get to this point? How easy peasy is it really?
It was really easy. So check this out.
So we are down at the raised bed. We're going to give peas a chance.
Oh.
I know, here all day. And get some peas in the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the story?
So really, really simple to do. Can be done in containers and pots and things like that, but I always find they work very well sown like this. You're as well just to get them straight into the soil in, in a raised bed or in the garden. So what we do is we make a trench about 15 centimetres wide. We know it's the right width apart because this is 15 centimetres. So
Okay.
one thing to think about here, right? So
I show them, yeah.
Yeah, you did very good up to
Thanks.
that point. 5 centimetres deep is what we're aiming for. So if you think about, like, when you level that back now, it's not going to be quite deep enough. So you need to kind of go down about that deep into the soil to create your trench, right?
Okay.
So a little bit deeper than you were going that time, and kind of pull it this way across towards me. There you go, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
You happy with that?
Yeah, well, more to the point are you.
Well,
so the perfection police.
You know, I'm only twitching slightly. That's fine. So we want to get it nice and flat and level at the bottom. So this is a variety called green shaft, which sounds a little rude, but it's not. So it's all good. So if we pour these out, you can see these are basically dried peas, exact same as the ones you eat, but these ones have been dried out and they're from last year's crop. Rather than sowing them sort of in one straight line across the way, traditionally with peas you do them in a kind of a zigzag.
What do you mean? Show me.
So basically, like you're creating kind of an inverted sort of a V shape. You're getting more than if you just sowed one line. And again, you don't need to be too mega accurate with the spacing with peas. They're as I said, relatively forgiving. If you were growing these for pea shoots, which is a different way of doing it, you could have them much
Oh,
closer together. But for these to turn into plants, which are going to be
harvesting
about,
actual pea pods.
yeah,
from. Yeah.
which are going to be about each plant's going to be 3 foot high, that kind of size. So they need a bit of space to grow properly. Yeah.
So that makes sense. So I guess the more time you need to give something to grow,
Yeah.
so that the larger that it gets, for that end point of harvesting, the more space it needs.
Yeah.
See, I
Right.
do listen.
Love your work.
Thank you, dude.
Right. What I would do is just kind of draw the soil back across like that. So push it in from one side, draw it in from the other.
Okay.
And you just want to, so you can
Nice.
see, even though that trench looks like it's a little
Ooh,
bit
that just went
deeper
down.
than 5 centimetres, when you draw the soil back in across it, it's going back to
Okay.
its kind of original level. Give it a little kind of a level out
Whoosh.
and
Okay.
tamp it down a little bit. Then the other thing really important, so
What
we
have we
have these lovely things,
Oh,
which
nice.
are literally just, this is just ash.
First of all, why ash? Why
Um,
not, I don't know, some other random branch?
They're nice the way they kind of grow in the way. Ash always has this kind of pattern of growing where
Okay.
it sort of grows in and you create a nice little arc like that. If you don't have any of these, you can buy pea support in
Random home
in a garden
DIY store,
centre or
yeah.
whatever. You can even use chicken wire, anything basically. Peas, as they grow, they send out these amazing little tendrils which grab onto things as they grow. So bamboo doesn't work great. It's a bit
Too
sort of
smooth.
smooth. Something rough like this is great. So basically our
Okay.
trench is here.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is create just a bit of a sort of a teepee almost over it, right?
Going down the two sides
Yeah,
of the trench.
exactly. They're going to come up in the middle of this, and as they grow, they'll
Go
latch
around here.
on to this. And the other benefit of this is pigeons love peas when they're in the ground like that, because it's that bit of protein for them, and they'd be trying to root them out or whatever. So this tends to keep them away as well.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a barrier.
Little pest
so we can
control.
do another one of those.
Okay.
If you want to put them in, so just space them. We don't need to have them right beside each other.
what if I don't have space like this for a raised bed?
Well, they're one of those veg that actually we've loads of options.
Okay.
And a very wet shirt. So can be grown in containers quite happily, so we'll show you how to do that
Okay,
next.
deadly. Clearly not everybody has the space over there, and as you know, I am the champion of container growers everywhere. So what do we do in this small space to still get the lovely peas in a few months' time?
Yeah, so we were saying, you know, they do lend themselves quite well to container growing, which is great. And the key to it is just lots of depth in the soil. So we've got, you know, a nice deep container. It's a good foot or more deep. And so it's got plenty of room to move, and it's got plenty of room to take root in.
Okay.
And you get a good healthy crop.
This is just a kind of standard tub that you can get anywhere.
Yeah.
Do I need to, I know I need to do something around drainage.
Yeah,
don't I?
absolutely. So if we just left this as is and poured a load of water into to water it, then you're going to end up with water sitting in the base of it. So you need to just put a couple of holes in the bottom for drainage.
Okay.
And a small layer of grit or stones would be great at the bottom as well to help with that. Yeah?
So am I back to this trench business again with the 5 centimetres and...
No, I don't think we need to actually. I think probably we want to maximise the amount of peas we get in this.
Yeah.
So I'd be inclined to not go with the trench option here and maybe just do the
zigzag.
zigzags like that into it. More or less the same approach. And the other thing you can do, rather than kind of digging down into it, if you just put them on the surface of it and then push them down with your finger.
Oh yes, good idea.
Just stick them down again, thinking about the 5 centimetres depth, probably about half your finger depth. Just stick them in there. And again, these are going to need support, so the same idea as we had in the bed with the twigs or whatever you need. Something like that, exactly.
Flying the flag for container
And
growers.
that's more or less ready to go on that one, yeah?
Same thing, like
same thing.
In a little arch.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
over.
Make a little teepee.
Okay.
Anything at all to keep it good.
Okay, cool. So it was only 2.5 months ago that we first sowed the peas in the bed. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Sorry.
Focus, Michael Kelly.
I'm
Focus.
totally focused now. We're here harvesting peas.
We are harvesting peas.
Look amazing.
They look amazing. So I have your favourite basket.
Thank you.
Into which we're going to fill with all the peas, which, as you can see, are kind of different stages. So some of them are plumper than others, but these are all good to go, aren't they?
Yeah, and we talked before about how you can eat different parts of the plant. You can eat the leaves, are great in salads. You can eat the flowers. Just a couple of things before we finish to say, right? This basket is useless. I'm losing all of the peas. Okay, so just not to forget with peas, right? This will keep producing. We're not finished with this plant at all yet because there's still flowers on it.
Okay.
So that means we're gonna get more pods, which is great. And the other thing is you can still do another sowing of peas, like you can succession sow them, which means you can get another crop in around now and you'll have a late autumn second crop.
In the raised bed versus the container growing.
Yeah. The raised bed obviously won in spades, as it always does.
Clearly not. I think it's fair to say that it's a draw.
Do you think?
Well,
will we inspect the quality of the plants? No, I'm only joking. These are actually great. Before you get worried, these are actually brilliant. And like in fairness, there was probably an equal amount of peas thereabouts on both.
Yeah.
So container growing for peas works an absolute treat.
Okay.
Not so much for other stuff.
okay.
Just saying.
Watch this space.